Hello and welcome back to Speed Freak Garage, home of power sports on YouTube. Today we will be testing the Vogma portable inflator pump. This was sent to us for review and testing, and we essentially are wanting to use this for our Baja build, meaning it will either go on a bag or in a backpack for emergency situations where we need to refill our tires. Now it's going to be kind of a long video, so feel free to jump through the different chapters to the parts of the video that you want to see. Otherwise, stay tuned. Alright, we've got the Vogma portable inflator pump here. We're going to do a battery of tests on it, specifically for our 2024 FE501S Baja bike. So real quick, I'm going to do an unboxing video here in the house because the weather's not cooperating today, and we'll do some testing another day. So it's got a nice easy open box. It's got a user manual, and let's get her out here. It's got a carry pouch, okay, and cat's not included. Okay. We have some different tips for different valves, 2 spare fuses, even have an inflator, a needle inflator for sports equipment. We have a DC plug for a vehicle, a USB plug for charging, and a lock-on inflator hose. Okay. Well, oh, that's cool. I didn't know it was see-through. Alright, so it has reference tire pressures, and let's see, how do I unwrap? There we go. Alright, it's probably not charged. Power on. Oh, hold power. It is not charged. I'm going to plug it in and let it charge, and then come back. I almost forgot to get a weight. So if we put it on the scale, we are at 483 grams, which is, instead of doing the math, I'll just switch over. 1 pound, 1 ounce. So not too bad weight-wise. Alright, we are here with our FE501S, and we are going to do a little test now that this is fully charged. Let's say you're a super hardcore rider and you keep an extra tire tube in your backpack, and you've just finished changing the tire, and so the tire is now flat, right? And you need to get it aired up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of simulate that condition where you have a completely empty motorcycle tire. So we are going to pull the valve core out of here to simulate a flat tire. And obviously once it's drained out, it's going to go back in. Okay. And you can see we immediately have now a flat tire. Not flat tire, but you know what I mean. We have an empty tire. So we're going to go ahead and carefully reinsert our valve core. We're going to hook her on. And in my case, I don't want 36, I want, I think it was 15, maybe 20 for the street. Okay, I'm confused here. What is going on? What, it's jumping back up to 40? What is the deal? The minimum pressure's 30. What? Hold on, let me switch to motorcycle. There's different modes: car, motorcycle, bicycle, sports, something else. So we're gonna do motorcycle mode and see if it lets me go lower. It doesn't. Okay, how about bicycle mode? What is the deal? I want 15 pounds. Okay, jeez. So I had to go into sports, like filling up a basketball mode, just to get 15 PSI. That's frustrating. But we're gonna do, see if it'll let me do 20. Wow, 20 PSI is the max, and that's annoying. But anyway, see what it does. Okay, we're at 20 PSI, so it had no problem filling up an empty motorcycle tire. Next up, we're gonna do a stress test on our race car tires to see how it'll handle filling up a very, very low, very large tire at the end of a race day. All right, it is now fully charged again, and we are going to run a stress test. We just got back from a racing weekend with our LS Swap car, and each of the 4 tires on this car right now are between 22 and 24 PSI, but in order to drive the car around town, I want them at 36. So we need to go up 12 PSI on each tire, and they're pretty big tires compared to this little pump. So we're gonna go ahead and do a stress test on the pump and see what happens when we tell it to fill up a major tire like this. I'm gonna put it together, turn it on, and not bar. It's in bar, seriously. Inflation guide, PSI, and the screen is in bar. Okay, long press R for 2 seconds to switch. Okay, so PSI. Okay, it should be. All right. So the long press R, switch your units. So we're gonna go to 36 PSI, and I'm gonna latch it on and go. Just gonna set it down on some cushioning so it's not vibrating across the concrete floor. And then might be a while for this to fill up. But again, it's a stress test to see how it does. Okay, we are almost full. It's slowed down quite a bit, and the back's pretty warm. It's still going. We got at least 2/3 battery left, it says. Okay, stopped at 36. We can pop her off and put a valve stem cover back on. Ooh, I mean, I can kind of smell, yeah, I can smell a little bit of I almost don't even want to continue doing that to it. I kind of smell burning a little bit. That's not good. I kind of want to keep this, so I don't know if I want to keep stressing it. But it going from 22 to 36 PSI heated it up a lot. So I am going to call it there and say that, you know, if you need to fill up a small amount, you're fine. You know, increase pressure a little bit. Bicycle tires, you know, sports, motorcycle tires, but these big car tires, it's getting warm enough. I'm not going to continue, so I'll have to go get the air hose to finish these other 3. Okay, and so for our final conclusion, I would say that this would work just fine for a motorcycle. It's a little odd, you have to put it in sports ball mode to get it down to motorcycle pressures, but I would have no problem putting this in my backpack and using it for my emergency tire inflator during a Baja race. However, I would not use it for a car or truck. It just doesn't have enough power to fill up such a big tire, but it worked great on our small motorcycle tires. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.
Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive